Tampa Bay's CW44 News at 10 is presented by the law firm of Catania and Catania, putting families first for over 28 years.
You're watching Tampa Bay's CW44 News at 10.
Good evening to you. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Steve Goldstein. Coming up tonight on the CW44 News at 10, Hillsborough County is giving out more free masks to residents. A new massive testing site opens in St. Petersburg, and President Trump is pushing for schools to reopen and targeting health experts' advice. Busy news night, all that coming up. But first, here's meteorologist Jennifer Correa with a look at the forecast. How's it looking out there, Jennifer?
Well, Steve, it's looking to be quiet as we head into the nighttime hours. Not expecting any showers or thunderstorms into the overnight hours. Of course, we did have the rain. It was actually earlier in the day today, and we do expect another round of a similar forecast for tomorrow. So I'm going to open up this view and take a look at what's going on across portions of the southeast. Of course, I have to point out this low pressure system right here, just offshore off the Carolina coast there. That is the area that we're watching for formation. In the meantime, high pressure still in control over the Gulf of Mexico. It's kind of nudged to the southwest of our area, and so the winds still remain out of the west around that high. But notice there's still these showers and thunderstorms kind of feeding into this low pressure system, almost like feeder bands, even though it's not over the water, but they're tracking quickly towards the south. So I don't think we'll get any rain overnight, but as we head into tomorrow, we're going to have showers and thunderstorms start again in the northern areas and move southward across Florida. Here's a closer look of the rain wrapping around over the Carolinas right now. Some pockets of heavy downpours here and there. Doesn't look too impressive on this infrared satellite imagery, but notice where most of the convection is. It's on the eastern side of this area of low pressure. In the red, that is a high chance for formation. If this does develop, it could be a tropical cyclone or subtropical, and the next name on the list is Faye. So something that the eastern seaboard, even up through the northeast, has to keep a close watch the next couple of days. Back here at home, it was a high of 91. Our normal high is 90. Temperatures right now warm in the 80s, and we continue with a breeze out of the west. 5 to 10 miles per hour overnight. About a trace of an inch in a few spots as far as the rainfall earlier this afternoon. As we head into tonight, partly to mostly cloudy.
Jennifer, thanks. Our top story, the coronavirus pandemic. The state has added nearly 10,000 cases of COVID-19 since yesterday. We now have more than 223,000 cases in Florida, and nearly 4,000 people have died statewide. 787 people have died here in the Tampa Bay area. A look at the counties and cases. In Citrus County, there are 457 confirmed cases. There are 536 in Hardee County. Hernando County with 659. 457 in Highlands, and now more than 16,000 in Hillsborough County. Manatee County over 4,000 cases, 3,193 in Pasco County, 9,365 in Pinellas. Polk County with more than 5,800 cases and more than 2,300 cases now in Sarasota County. Starting tomorrow, Hillsborough County residents can pick up more free masks. Plus, we've learned more free COVID-19 testing sites appear to be in the works. CW44's Price McKeon has the details. Andrea, thanks. The United States has now surpassed 3 million coronavirus cases, 60,000 of those cases being recorded on Tuesday. Here in Florida, the mask issue has tempers flaring.
You're coming close to me. You're coming close to me.
Back up! Back the up! Put your phone down.
This man yelled at an elderly woman at a Costco after she asked him to follow the store rules and put on a mask. CBS News reports he's been fired from his job at an insurance agency, and ICUs are at capacity in more than 50 hospitals across the state. Meanwhile, Atlanta's mayor, who announced she tested positive for COVID-19 Monday, will sign an executive order mandating face masks in Georgia's largest city. In New Jersey, masks are now mandatory outdoors where people cannot properly social distance.
About quite simply being sick or being healthy. It's about life and death.
In Texas, those who repeatedly refuse to wear masks could be fined $250. But some sheriff's departments say they will not enforce the state's order. And California is administering more than 100,000 coronavirus tests a day. Meanwhile, the president is publicly contradicting his own health agencies as he continues his push to get kids back in the classrooms this fall. Natalie Brand is at the White House, where the president hosted Mexico's leader. The Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, declined the White House's invitation to visit today due to coronavirus concerns. Still to come on the CW44 News at 10, a look at the tell-all book from inside the president's family, why the president's niece says he's, quote, a threat to the public. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Grove Financial Federal Credit Union, keeping small businesses open by closing your tab. Find your next open tab at growonus.org.
Welcome back. Masks have become a hot button issue at stores across America. Health officials say masks help prevent the spread of coronavirus, but some consumers are still refusing to wear them and even get angry when asked to do so. The Retail Industry Leaders Association, which represents major chains like Walmart and Target, is asking the National Governor Association to require all Americans to wear face coverings when in stores. They say different local mandates make mask requirements confusing and difficult to enforce. According to a study, big tech companies are inadvertently funneling millions of dollars to websites that spread misinformation about the coronavirus. A global disinformation index study finds hundreds of conspiracy sites collect about 75% of their ad revenue from Google platforms, $19 million in total. Amazon comprises 7% of ad spending for sites that spread disinformation. The nonpartisan research agency says the sites spread harm, including to public health. Facebook met with civil rights groups that have been calling on companies to boycott the social media giant. The NAACP, the Anti-Defamation League, and others want Facebook to take a stronger stance against hate speech and misinformation on its platforms. However, the group's leaders say they were disappointed in the meeting, insisting Facebook didn't give any commitments or promise any outcomes. In a statement, Facebook said, "We know we'll be judged by our actions, not by our words." The widely anticipated book, Too Much and Never Enough, is painting an alarming portrait of President Trump and his family. Author Mary Trump, whose father was the president's older brother, claims President Trump is psychologically damaged and a threat to the public. The White House says the book is filled with absurd accusations. Paula Reed has a first look at the explosive tell-all from the White House. And the White House is also asking why Mary Trump waited so long to speak up about her family. About the book, she says previously assumed that if she spoke out publicly about her uncle, she would be painted as disgruntled and just looking to cash in after being cut out of her grandfather's will. Still ahead tonight, the American Cancer Society is updating its HPV vaccine recommendation. Why experts are saying children should get their vaccine earlier. Stay with us. HPV causes nearly 35,000 cancers every year, including cervical, head, and neck cancers. Now the American Cancer Society is updating its recommendations to try to get more people vaccinated. The HPV vaccine is routinely recommended at age 11 or 12, but it can be given as early as age 9. Now the American Cancer Society is encouraging healthcare providers to start offering the cancer-preventing vaccine sooner.
It's easier and more effective to get it at 9, 10. And by effective, I mean at a population level. If you raise vaccination rates, which is what we're seeing in these early studies, then you raise everybody's protection against these cancers.
Some parents have had concerns about the HPV vaccine, but Dr. Saslow says research shows it's safe and effective. Let's once again turn it over to meteorologist Jennifer Correa with a look at your forecast.
Hey, Steve. Good evening. Good evening, Tampa. Let's talk about current conditions right now. It is muggy. That's not going to change. We continue with a west wind, and the wind speeds right now are between 5 to 10 miles per hour all across the area. Crystal River's temperature is at 80 degrees, 79 in Brooksville, muggy and warm, 83 in Tampa, while Bradenton and Sarasota are both at 84 degrees. So pretty mild for the nighttime given the hour, and we expect quiet conditions as we head into tonight. Most of the showers and thunderstorms happened earlier in the day today. Throughout the morning, it started off on the northern area and tracked southward. So basically, that's going to happen again tomorrow. There's that low pressure system that we're watching for, that tropical formation that's expected in the next couple of days. High pressures to the south and west of us over the Gulf waters, so we continue with that general west wind. Now, as far as the showers and thunderstorms are setting up and developing to the north of us across the southeast and wrapping around this low pressure system. So once again, I think tomorrow the first ones that will get the rain will probably be areas like Crystal River, Brooksville, and then it'll work its way down south. So there is plenty of moisture to work with, and it's kind of like the tail end of that low pressure system in the mid levels that's providing for that unstable atmosphere over the Sunshine State. The high pressure is far away from us to give us drier conditions. If it was closer to us, the story could be a little bit different. So we will continue to see, once again, as I mentioned, showers and thunderstorms. Here's what the futurecast is showing. Doesn't look too impressive at 5 a.m., just some isolated showers. But again, they mainly start in the northern area. By the afternoon hours, notice what it is showing. This model is showing that there's going to be an area of some stronger thunderstorms that will become scattered offshore and then will hit our coastal areas. But then by 6 p.m., it becomes quiet again. All right, so tonight's low, 79 degrees, west wind. We continue with the west wind tomorrow. Notice the breeze picking up 10 to 15 miles per hour. Even though we do expect some passing showers and storms, it's still going to be steamy, and some areas no doubt will get sunshine with a mix of clouds, and so feels like temperatures once again getting into the triple digits. So if you're not getting rain, you're getting certainly the heat, no doubt about that. Tomorrow, boaters, no advisories. We continue again. West wind, seas 2 feet, maybe even less than that. Bays at a light chop. Here are the tides for tomorrow. So low tide around midnight at 12:30 a.m., followed by the high tide at 7:33 a.m., low tide at 11:37. Now, here's a look at the next 7 days. So we continue with temperatures in the 90s and the chance for thunderstorms.
And finally tonight, Clearwater fire medics are reunited with a baby they helped bring into the world just a few days ago. This morning, 2 medics met the baby boy they helped deliver on a pontoon boat on the 4th of July. Amber Easterday went into labor during a thunderstorm on the waters of Courtney Campbell Beach. Medics were able to deliver the baby safely, including Dad in the process. Today, the family visited Station 49 to meet the medics and thank them for their service. Doesn't get better than that. That's all for us tonight. Thanks so much for joining us right here on CW44. And remember, you can catch us weeknights at 10 p.m. Have a good night.